Hi, Gurpreetji.
Hello, Sharon. Hello.
Thank you for this conversation today. The topic of discussion today is parenting, and particularly parenting in our generation.
hmm hmm
I feel like we are living in a time where we're constantly flooded with information more than ever before.
hmm
A lot of it is upsetting. Beyond worries about ingredients in our foods and everyday products, we're also hearing more reports about children being taken advantage of, sometimes by very powerful people. And it's deeply disturbing and feels impossible to keep up with.
mm
Instead of feeling informed, which I feel information is there for, we end up feeling anxious and helpless more and more as parents.
hmm
At times, we feel like we're raising our children from a place of fear rather than love, even though everything we're doing is rooted in love and care. So I was hoping to hear your perspective on this and how we can navigate through all this misinformation, or not misinformation, information, but the flooding of information that we're receiving on a daily basis.
Okay. Yes, yes. So, so first is like when you're raising your child, you know your parent, and what happens is a basic is our whole focus goes on the child. It's like from the baby, right? Which is very normal for the mother, especially. So the focus really goes to the baby because baby needs to be taken care of. This is a normal. This is very normal for us as a human beings. And then slowly, what happens is it's like then according to the environment is always changing. Yeah. And as you're saying is in these time in now the in the environment is too much information about how to even take care of the baby, right? And what to feed the baby, what to do with the baby, right? It's like so then our focus goes because we want to do the best for our child. Focus goes more outward. So we begin to engage with the information more than to be in our own selves. Even originally, as a human being, we are not in our own selves, right? This part being in our own self is a very unconscious to our own, it's unconscious to us as human beings. We always earning to shed more light to ourselves. This we call it it's a process of learning. But because of we are so fearfully being drawn outside because of my baby, right? Because I'm so loving my baby, I'm so attached to my baby, and I want to do the best. So my when my attention begins to go outward, it's like my hand, it's like a being grabbed. My attention is being grabbed. More is being grabbed, and more we feel like inside it's important to be grabbed. We want more information, not less. So just see that my hand is my hand means my attention. This is my attention. It's being grabbed with the outer information, and it's never enough. I become more hungry for the information because I want to do the best for my child. So first is we need to learn to bring our attention back again in ourselves. But whenever from this, because my attention is already grabbed by the outer information, And in order to bring this attention back, each time I fear that, oh, this way I won't be able to raise my child best way, the way everyone else is raising.
Yes.
So what happens is the first is I want more information, then fear, comparison within myself is happening, right? So I am more and more, it's like becoming tighter with the fear, with the comparison, with this wanting more. What I want, more information. I want more. And then out there is as you mentioned, there's a lot of stuff, right? So then we begin to feel we're getting lost in it. So basically, if we know we are lost in this information, so we really need to train our attention to return back to in ourself, in our own beingness.
I find that as you're speaking, it's like you're saying we're giving our power away
Mm-hmm,
to this information.
mm-hmm,
And the minute you're stepping back in yourself, you're realizing that I don't even have my own power in myself.
mm-hmm.
It's been given away.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And there is a lack of trust in just coming back.
yes, yeah. Because of fear, too much fear in our own selves, but we don't actually even find the location of the fear, like because each time is a different. It's like my shakiness, my fear, it's like not good enough is always terrifying me, right? So that's why it's like the basic thing is we are in ourselves is like we are going away because we are going away, right, with the information because we think this is a good information. It's not a bad information all, but in reality we cannot see it. If my attention is grabbed, I'm blind in it. If my attention is back in myself, I need to earn this in my own groundedness, in my own beingness, then I can see better. So then my own groundedness is not separating the outer. I still in the world, but I'm not constantly losing my own powers, my own intelligence, right? Because basically we are so disconnected from our own intelligence, which is not wiseness, which is not like the bored wiseness we have been living in, like I know better, right? That's a kind of bored wiseness. I'm talking about we have a deeper senses where from there we know little better, which is not looks like better to the world. So earning this what we are lacking, we're lacking we are lacking this connection with our own selves, with our own deeper levels of our beingness. We are lacking it, right? And the more we are lacking to be in our deeper level, more we are drawn outside because we're living in from a very shallow levels.
It's interesting to me because there's so much information on everything we're speaking of, but there's zero information about what you're telling us, which I feel is true parenting.
Yes, it's like because it's like when we are too much grabbed and it feels right. It feels right, right? Because my feelings are connected with the outer as well, right? My fear, my wanting, I want more comparison, my ego, right? It's like because they all invested outward, and then I am losing my own power. Because most of the time, our ego mind, we think it's a better mind. This is how we're going to survive in the world, right?
Yes.
But that is a borrowed mind. It has lived, and anything has lived, we think it's a better. It just need to be more better. That means I need to be more egoistic, more engaged with the way I want, and more aggressive. So because I need to compete with the world. And this way we are just being torn apart. More we trying to compete with the world, more we being torn apart. And this is how our children is also grasping. And the true parenting, it comes from our own selves. It's like it's not we are teaching anything to the children too much. Because children are also observing us. They know from directly what what we are. But we don't trust that. We don't first my own self, don't trust my deeper levels, my deeper understandings, and then we are living in the shallow level. And this is what my children begins to engage with. They also started to live on the same level. But if we are choosing to move a little bit deeper than our ego comparisons, right? Our fears, wants, it's like a grabbing, I want more. It's like if we able to move a little bit deeper, even one step down, regardless what is it costing me, because this costing me my image. Because this is what the comparison comes from, the world, my image is there, and this is where we are trying to compete with each other. If we are choosing to step down with them, not outside. Outside doesn't know if you step down or step up. So if we are choosing to step down from that, where's my ego is located, and then it's like I know a little bit better that where I was before is a shallow level. But if I don't step down, I don't know if it's a shallow level because I'm one with it. I have invested myself in that level.
So if someone is rolling around in this information world and they may not understand what it means to step down,
Mhm.
can you explain how you would do that? A practical approach?
Yes, sir. It's like practically we need to, it's just like it's like a less engagement outside practically. Like this is the first step. It's like just said the way I said, like how much is my attention will be grabbed in this information. It's like I'm totally gone, right? I'm
Right.
totally bought with this information. But and it's like a whether it's real or unreal, I don't actually know even.
That's right.
And but how I'll know, it's like I first is like a little bit less engagement with the world. I'm not saying completely off. I'm not saying turn your phones off or your TVs off, but instead of 100%, make it 20% there, right? So if you are 20% there, and that means 80% you are earning to come back consciously, not unconsciously. Because this needing to come back is very essential for our beingness. Automatically, we're not going to come back. If we say, I'm less engaged now, right? But this does not mean I'm going to come back in my own self. It's like I only going to say, okay, I'm a little bit better. Because now I used to watch too much YouTube, I used to watch too much TV. Now I'm less affected.
Yes.
Yeah. But that's all. But still, so much, which is your true calling is within yourself, from your heart. And this is really, as I use the word, is essential to our own beingness. And this is what, if it's essential to my own beingness, it's not about how much I can progress in it, but it's how much still can struggle to come back in myself. That is
Yes.
important.
Because when we cut out the information, we're left with our own anxiety, fear, like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm missing something, I'm missing out, I need to get more information. And that's another level that we have to now deal with.
Yes, it's like what happens is like some people, they don't really even, they don't watch a TV, they don't go to YouTube, for example, some. It's like what happens is then you're sitting in your own walls. It's like you have walls all around you. You feel like you're better, that you're not engaged with this world,
Right.
right? But in reality, you are limiting yourself as well. So this is a kind of like a little bit of kind of like so many question comes, then what should I do? I go this way, then I'm grabbed. If I just stay this way, and then I'm totally like suffocated in my own walls. Because my ego is not gonna go away, my comparisons are not gonna go away, my fears are not gonna go away, right? It's like my comparison not gonna go away, and nothing is gonna go away.
Right.
So that's why I'm saying I'm not suggesting to close the doors. Our world is not enemy. It's just be open a little bit, but mostly toward your own self. So then it does not matter what kind of information comes from, even from this window of 20%, you're outside. So first you're going to be shaken, but then you know the direction. The direction is always toward your own self. Because if the direction is toward your own self, first is like I was shaken. There was so much fear came from new episode, right? So then first I'm gonna see, of course, I am a fearful now. I'm shaken. But if I'm more and more stable in my own self, own beingness, there's a possibility I begin to see my thoughts, I begin to see my feelings, right? I begin to see my sensations. So more I am turning this way, I begin to recognize what is going on in me.
You said something very important just a few minutes ago, that the world is not bad. So I think that was very important to point out, because we think that the world is full of danger, it is bad. And I
Yeah.
think that drives us so much outwards. But when you said the world is not bad, I think we're missing that point.
Yes, yes, yes. It's like, just see that. We all familiar with the word consciousness, right? We all familiar with it, but we don't really understand the meaning of consciousness, right? We simply say, oh yeah, this is a consciousness. But in order to understand the meaning of consciousness is also within me, my true understanding is going to come from within. So when I am able to relate more and more through my all my same, my ego self, my fearful self, my agendas, my weaknesses, right? My belief system, everything is helping me to come back in myself because I know the location of everything is within me. So more I am bringing back everything within and going deeper, and then I know from my own heart, I know from my own understanding from the deeper levels, this is the consciousness. It's a consciousness is a play. So if I am lost in my own ego or everything I mentioned, and then it means we are in the game. The game is twisty, tricky. It's not clear to me, right? This means game. But we are trapped in the game though. That's why we unable to relate as a consciousness. If it's a consciousness is a play which you able to see from your own beingness when you go deeper, and then your head comes down from this humbleness, because then you know it's just it's play. It's like it's not there is a um I can fix anything, because it's huge enormous play. It's not small play.
And our job is not to fix that or understand the play.
We can't. We can't.
As much as we feel like it's wrong, it's why it is this way, this is disturbing, we can't change that.
Yeah, yeah. It's like the more we get disturbed, it's like, it's like a more foggy our minds are. And we are more fearful, we are more twistier, we are more manipulated, outer and from our own fears. But then we think, okay, this is a trap. It is a trap as a game, but it can become a play when I am able to unravel this game within myself. I can't unravel the game outside of me. Can't fix or change because it's enormous. It's not a small thing. It's like even when I'm saying it's an enormous, our picture goes toward, okay, wars are happening. There's so much in the social media. There, like every day, some news is breaking, right? It's like, I'm not talking about that. Just come back in your own home. In a small picture, it's the same thing. We cannot fix anything. Same thing with our children. We can't fix them. It's like when we know this is my child, it's like the best I can do is I am there for the child. If I am stable, my child sensing my stability. If I am unstable, my child is sensing my instability, my fears. It's like a child is more sensitive. than adults. But we think the children are not sensitive enough. So we try to mold them. It's like a just see that if I'm trying to mold my child, I'm not doing any good. But I feel like as a parent, I'm doing good to the child because child doesn't know better. I need to make it fix it. But it's a basic thing is like, of course, we are teaching the child, don't touch the hot stuff. Your finger's going to be caught in the door. It's like we're teaching the basic, it's like the child learning very fast. This is a basic thing. This is our basic understanding as a mother, as a father, right? But if what we believing is we can change, we are unable to change the child because child came its own way. Child has his own journey. As one day I was a child, right? And I know it wasn't about my parents, it's about my own journey. Same way you were a child one day, but now it's your alone your journey. You're making your choices. You know which way to go every day. You know every day there is a more to be, right? So it's your journey. Nobody can take away your own journey from you. Same way you cannot take your child's journey away from the child. You're letting the child be, and that way you're more in your own self, and then the child is also growing in this breathable environment.
That makes a lot of sense because as I'm imagining my childhood, and I remember my parents used to be quite fearful.
Mhm.
And I think it taught us to be more fearful.
Mhm.
And what you're saying is, yes, that is not the way to raise a child.
Yeah.
If they were seeing a parent that felt not as fearful, but more present, I think that is way more impactful for them.
Yes. Yes. But the very what we call is like a helpless part in us is as a human being that we unable to see our own fears. We are so much identifying ourselves with the fears. So becoming aware of our weaknesses, fears, beliefs, it's like it's a everyday's work. So this way we are recognizing our own self. So this way we are becoming more stable, grounded parents than fearful, protecting, because it's like if we if we go outward and say, I don't need to protect my child, this is not the right word. We're still protecting our children. We know which way to protect because it's like if the child is in a danger, for example, in the street, we right away we're going to protect it. It's in our own self. It's our original knowing within. It's like a common sense, we call it. But when we are in the fear, we are not actually protecting. So we are actually being so involved and identifying in our own fears. And this way, we are kind of paranoid sometimes.
Yes.
And then we functioning from this state with the child. So this is like a deeper levels of understandings, which is so needed in in these days to all the parents. We all are parents, one way or the other.
Especially now, since it feels like the fear is only growing with this consciousness, like you mentioned, the play. I don't know if you see it this way, but it feels like it just keeps getting more and more, this play, bigger
Yeah,
and bigger and bigger.
it's like the play means it's a bigger picture. It's like there's no gain and loss in it.
That's a simple way to see it.
Yeah. But if we are constantly measuring through our fears, it's always game of gain and loss. Game.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. No matter how much information is out there, you never feel like you gain anything.
No, no. We don't gain. This is the problem we don't understand. We think and believe that I need a lot more information. We already bombard with enough information. I don't really, really need to go out. That's that's the misunderstanding. And then that's what I said. Instead of go 100% out, only use 20% out. This way, you're not closing the door. You still, because as a consciousness is your mirror, right? It's just constantly showing you who you are, right? And then 80% you investigate within.
Yeah, I think that's a wonderful start for many people just to reduce the amount of exposure even a little bit.
Yes, yes, yeah, yeah. 'Cause this is not like a one day of like we're talking. It's not one day thing. It's like if you even listen to this again and again and again and again, then it's like a reminder to come back because we're constantly forgetting because it's like we already invested ourselves with the 100% outside and it's not easy to come back. So we always need a help. So it's a good to listen. So then if you know the truth of it in your heart, then you're going to use it even a little bit every day. Because progress happens little by little. It doesn't happen overnight. The heart, from the heart level, you always know the truth of it, regardless how much we are still lost.
And it's really meaningful to even just have a little bit of ourselves back.
Yes, yes, yes. Because that way our whole attention slowly, slowly begin to come back. It can take years, but it's not about how long it's going to take. It's about if you know the little bit in your heart, the truth of it, then you follow your heart. Just imagine if everyone in the world follows the heart. Right? But as I said, this is a consciousness's play. The way this consciousness is, it's like we are unable to fix anything because we don't know how this play is happening because we don't know its bigger picture yet. Good.
That is such valuable information. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sharon.